Welcome to another episode of Outlaw Nation. I'm your host, Stephen Foster, and this is the Shady Sports Network. Tonight, we have a great show for you. We are joined by a true offensive weapon of the Outlaws in running back Josh Batiste. Josh, welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Josh, tell Outlaw Nation where you're from.
I'm from Marksville, Louisiana. Like you said, currently playing running back. Attended McNeese State University.
Where'd you play professionally last year? Did you play for Omaha last year?
Yes, sir. I was in Omaha last year for a couple games before I had an injury.
So the team traveled to Omaha recently and suffered its first loss of the season. You guys played much better in the second half. Do you expect that momentum to carry over into this next week's game?
Certainly, yeah. That's the goal, like you said, we got a slow start, but we didn't have a preseason game, so of course we had to, get our stuff together, and we kind of tightened up the second half, and I feel like that was a positive going into the next game for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, do you consider yourself a dual threat back in both the run and the pass?
Of course, yeah. I like to be versatile, in my game. I like to be able to provide different elements to my game, so I'm not just used in one way. So I like to be effective in both pass and running game, and also, blocking, because I think that's another underrated tool that a lot of backs, lack.
For sure. Can you give Outlaw Nation an NFL back that you think your style of play is similar to?
That's tough, but I like Alvin Kamara, and I like Isaiah Pacheco. I like the way they run. I like their style, their swag on the field. So I would for sure say one of those two.
Hey, like you mentioned, playing the running back position, you're really playing multiple positions at once. You're playing running back, you're playing wide receiver, and then you're playing, offensive lineman because you got to block a bunch of times. So do you have to practice or do you have to sit in with those certain position groups along with your own?
Yes, I think it's more effective that way to at least know what they're doing, so you can at least learn from you can take a page out of their books in each of those positions, and I feel like it'll help your game. It's good to know what your linemen are doing, what the quarterback's doing, even what your receivers are doing. It'll really help you to know what you have to do.
For sure. We're getting ready to roll into our 6-shooter segment. This is going to be 6 random rapid fire questions. Are you ready, Josh?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Favorite NFL team?
New Orleans Saints.
Mountains or beaches?
Beaches for sure.
What's your favorite candy?
I'm not a candy person, but if I had to, Twix.
Twix. If you could live in a book, TV show, or movie, what would it be?
Oh, that's tough. I'm not sure about that one. Probably has something to do with vacationing or something. A TV show, vacationing.
Sure. Do you have any nicknames?
Yeah, JB4.
JB4. Who inspires you to be better?
My parents.
Fantastic. Thanks for playing that. Thanks for playing along, Josh.
Yes, sir.
All right, back to the questions. Let's see. So what's the biggest adjustment for the running back position to make coming from, say, playing college ball to indoor ball?
Well, from college, I actually played receiver in college. But I had some chances to run the ball too. I would say mainly the spacing in the indoor game, of course, because you're on a smaller field, which means the holes close a lot quickly, than they would in the outdoor game. So
Josh, you're quickly becoming a fan favorite here at the Shady Sports Network. What's one of the things we can expect from you going into this next game?
just same as always, just playing hard, having that drive, and just fearlessness. I like to stay in the game as much as I can, and to where I can be effective. Otherwise, I don't like to come out of the game. I like to give it all I have. So I mean, we can expect that every week from me as long as I'm, strapping those pads and the helmet on. I think that's what you'll get every single time.
Fantastic. Other than focusing on football, what else do you enjoy doing?
I like to do a lot of things.
If coach gave you a day off on a Thursday afternoon, what would we find you doing?
Um, More than likely cutting hair or working on my art, because aside from football, I'm a barber and I paint and draw. Been doing it since I was a kid. So that's one of the things I enjoy, just kind of, keep your peace of mind, kind of take you to another place and, kind of refresh your thinking.
Nice. Home opener is this Monday night. How excited are you to run out in front of Outlaw Nation?
Man, I'm pumped up, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be my first time, actually running out against a home crowd in Billings, and I'm expecting everybody to be there. And we had a lot of support, from different sponsors and fans, so far that seen us, out and about. So, man, I'm ready. What I'm saying, I want to put on for all you guys.
Yeah, we can't wait either. What age were you when you fell in love with football, and when did you know that you wanted to do it professionally?
Man, I was real young. I can't really recall the exact age, but I know for sure I wasn't even in double digits yet. Um, I didn't really even understand the game at that point. I just knew it looked fun, and I liked the fact of the contact. It's just always something that I wanted to do. I knew about probably the age of maybe 10 or 12 that this is something I really want to do. For as a career. It's something I always enjoyed, so I didn't see it as a job.
Josh, when you need inspiration or you need to be inspired, I mean, who do you turn to or what do you turn to?
Like I said, my parents, they inspired me the most, because they've been through a lot of tough situations, early on in their lives, started having kids at in their teenage years, and they both, each lost a parent at 10 years old. So that was inspiring to me because, nobody really taught them, how to be a parent or how to raise children and stuff like that. And they had to endure a lot of tough things. So I just feel like, looking at their life stories that, I can conquer anything, if I take their examples. And other than that, they would point me to the scriptures, to the Bible. So I turn to the Most High for, anything that I, need in life or any obstacles I face. So those would be the two things for me.
Josh, is there anyone you would like to give a shout out to or say hi to?
Yeah, shout out to my parents first, first and foremost, Steve and Tiffany Batiste. Shout out to all my siblings. Shout out to my beautiful girlfriend, Nori, back home. Shout out to Dr. Michael Letty, who's my doctor for the surgeries that I had. And just all my supporters, shout out to Outlaw Nation. Shout out to you, Mr. Steve, for everything you do for us, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on. This was fun. And I appreciate everything that y'all do for me. Shout out to Shady. I appreciate him too. So, yeah, just anybody that supported me, helped me get to this point, whether it was verbal or, you know, any other way, that you supported me. I thank all of you.
We appreciate that. Thank you, Josh. Well, there you have it. Another episode of Outlaw Nation on the Shady Sports Network. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel because with every new subscription, the voice and spotlight on these players and coaches gets louder and brighter. Until next time, have a fantastic week.
Today's sponsor is Valley Auto Center. Valley Auto Center is located at 2071 Rosebud Drive in Billings, Montana. Valley Auto Center is a proud NAPA certified auto care center, happy to maintain or repair your vehicle today. Call 406-248-4023 to schedule a time to bring your car in now. That's 406-248-4023 or visit valleyautomotive.com today. Now back to the episode.
All right, let's go over some highlights. Omaha started off fast, taking a quick 13-0 lead. It wasn't until 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter that Billings scored their first points. Quarterback Vincent Espinoza threw a 36-yard bomb to wide receiver R.J. Cadell, who fought to bring the ball down in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The Outlaws converted the PAT, making it 13-7 and closing the gap to 6. The Beef answered quickly and opened the gap back to 12 after a touchdown drive. On the following kickoff, Joel Shaw takes it to the midfield, giving the offense great field position to start the drive. Later in the drive, running back Thomas Newman takes the handoff, hits the hole fast, and manages to pick up a few to give the Outlaws second and short. On the following play, another run, Josh Batiste bursts through the line and accelerates down the field for a gain of 15 yards. Unfortunately, the drive stalled there, and the Beef took possession once again. The Beef score again, opening the lead to 34-7. On the extra point attempt, there's a bad snap, and the ball sails over the holder's head, and the kicker grabs it with Outlaws closing in. The kicker attempts a pass, which is intercepted by the Outlaws, ending the drive. On the following drive, the Outlaws began to find some momentum. First, a quick 9-yard gain on a pass across the middle. On the next play, Outlaws offense gets a big run from their back to pick up the first down and keep the chains moving. On second down, Espinoza finds his receiver, who is hit immediately for a short gain, bringing up 3rd and short. On 3rd down, Billings fails to convert, making it 4th down. Vincent Espinoza drops back and fires a dart to his receiver on the right sideline once again. 1st down, Outlaws. Unfortunately, the drive stalls there, and Omaha takes over. On the ensuing kickoff, the Outlaws special teams unit makes a huge play, stuffing the return man within their own 3-yard line. The defense steps up and forces the punt. Omaha's kicker nails a low line drive punt, which doesn't give his defenders time to get down there. This frees up running lanes for defensive back Javon White to take the punt all the way into Beef territory. On the following drive, Espinoza is forced out of the pocket and puts his speed on display, running for a 1st down, keeping the drive alive. On the next play, Josh Batiste takes the carry for 3 yards. He quickly follows up the 3-yard carry, adding another 15 on the next play as he bursts through the line of scrimmage and races into the secondary before being caught by defenders. On the next play, Espinoza finds Shaw on a busted coverage for 6 points. The Outlaws failed to convert on the extra point attempt, and the score sits 41-13. A stalled drive and a blocked kick led to another touchdown for the Outlaws, sending the score to 41-19 midway through the 4th quarter. This is where the scoring for Billings stopped, with Omaha putting up 8 more points to finish out the game, 49-19.